Hi, Jonathan.
Hello.
So I wanted to actually have you tell your own story of what happened with with your hand that we wrote. We wrote no playing guns in school, and actually I wrote what, no guns at school.
Just no guns.
Yeah, and we wrote that just to let people know. And you can stay right there. I just want to give some context here that we got a piece of paper that and this is the second one that Jonathan had disciplinary action because he cut out of the paper a little shape of a gun and pointed it at a student and said boom. Is that correct, Jonathan?
Yes.
Yeah. And then we got in trouble for that, right? No, it's okay. I think everything was going fine. So our solution to that, because you were having memory problems, we just said, oh man, I forgot. It was like, we just wrote on your hand, no guns, right?
That's actually helping me.
It was it helping you? Okay. And then, so tell me what happened when it was written. You just told me this story. You put the piece of paper underneath the camera.
Like a different piece of paper, not the gun paper.
Of course not the gun paper. Like, because you did really good work at school, right?
Yeah, and Mrs. Toller wanted the rest of the class to see how you do it.
So you were demonstrating to the rest of the class how to do something, and your hand went under the projector, right?
Yeah.
And so people at the school saw it.
Yeah, and some of them got up, some of them didn't.
And when you say they got up, what did they do?
They got up from their carpet square.
And then what happened? Did they all at once go to Miss Tuller, or one at a time?
No, not one at a time, or all of them. They just like I think like 4 or 5 girls and some boys.
And did you hear what they were asking Miss Tuller?
No.
But you knew they were getting up for some reason, right?
Yeah, I heard a bit about the thing on my hand.
Yeah, they wanted to ask Miss Tuller why there was a thing on your hand, right?
Yeah.
And it was four girls. How many people are in your class? Like 27?
20, like, in total, like, all of them, if they're all there, which usually never. There's always someone absent.
Yeah, that's normal.
If
everybody was there, how many would there be?
24.
24. And you say about 6 students got up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they all asked Miss Tuller, why was that written on your hand? Right? And we know the reason why it was written on your hand, because it was helping you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then the vice principal comes to me and says, I can't write that on his hand anymore because it's disturbing the class. Now, Jonathan, did you try to disturb the class?
No.
Were you asked to put your hand under the projector?
No. I was not asked to do that. I was asked to put the paper
under. And are you what body part do you use to put a piece of paper under a projector? Your hand. I mean, there's nothing wrong here, right? This is just obvious. You're doing what you're told, right?
Yes.
And you're getting in trouble, and the parents are getting in trouble for doing what you're told, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you usually do what you're told?
Yes.
Yes, all the time. Are you tired of getting in trouble?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it's your responsibility and our responsibility, or do you think it's Miss Tuller's responsibility to actually maintain the class?
Mrs. Tuller.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, Miss Tuller, that you're having a hard time in your class.
And it happens all the time.
We're sorry about that. But at the same time, there has to come a time when we say no.
Kids getting distracted by stuff is probably not all the time, but...
Kids are always distracted by stuff, right, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Yeah, always distracted by stuff.
Always, 4 or 5 girls and some boys.
So, it's good that you're trying to remove distractions from your class,
Yes.
but at what expense? We're not doing this to make your job harder. We're doing this to make your job easier. And we don't need another in-school suspension for a child going, pew. Was Zaid mad? Like it says here in this document, I'm going to go on a little bit more. Violations BES 013, threats of injury and harm to another student, not including written threats.
I did threat.
So the person you were going, like, okay, wait, let's read what it says here. I'm just reading exactly what it says on our document here. Jonathan Drew, D-R-E-W, right? You draw with a pencil, right? Yeah, drew. Nice word. That's a little confusing there, right? Drew a gun. He drew a gun. He drew a gun with a pencil, right? Yeah, D-R-E-W, as in D-R-A-W. Yeah, he drew a gun on a piece of paper, cut it out, and held it up, pointed at a classmate. While holding up the paper gun and pointing it at a classmate, he said, boom. How did that classmate respond to that? Did he run away screaming?
No.
Did he say that Jonathan's going to kill me?
No.
Was he threatened?
No.
Did he think his life was in danger?
No.
What did he think?
It was just play.
Do you think it was funny?
I think so.
Was it intended as a joke?
Yes.
Did he know it was a joke?
I bet so.
Do you think he thought it was a bad joke?
No.
Do you think he thought it was a good joke?
Sorta.
Did he know it was a joke?
Just yes.
Did he think his life was in danger?
No.
Were you threatening your friend?
No, I was not saying.
And just to make sure we understand here, Jonathan, what is the definition of the threat? What does it mean to threaten somebody?
It's like, if you eat that, I will. It's that.
No. When you threaten somebody, you're telling them you're going to harm them, right?
I think.
Yeah, that's what a threat is. I'm going to punch you in the face. Is that a threat?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to tickle you. Is that a threat?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it is. I'm going to tell you a knock-knock joke. Is that a threat?
No.
Okay. I'm going to point a Nerf gun at you. Is that a threat?
No.
Ooh, no. But
Sorta.
it sort of is, isn't it? It's like on the
Because
line.
it's a Nerf gun.
But I'm going to cut out a paper gun and point it at my friend and say, boom. Is that a threat?
Of course not. That is not a threat.
No. Were you intending to cause him harm?
No.
Do you want to see him hurt?
No. Of course not. He's literally my friend.
Do you want to see him cry?
No.
Do you want him to feel good or feel bad?
Feel good.
I think the motivation there is right. So what would have been the most awesome thing he could have done? Like, what would have made you happy? Would it make you happy if he got up and ran away?
No.
Would it make you happy if he, like, got mad at you and started fighting you?
No.
Would it make you happy if he cried because you pointed a paper gun at him?
No.
Would it have made you happy if he laughed and thought it was funny?
Yes.
I'm not a school counselor. I'm just a dad. I think this is pretty easy to figure out. And now it's on his permanent record. Jonathan, if you grow up at 14 years old and decide you're going to walk into a school and shoot everybody, which you won't, do you think you'll do that?
No.
No. But if you did, guess what? The teachers are now legally indemnified. Do you know what the word indemnify means?
No.
Indemnify means I am not responsible. It's a legal term. If I get into a car accident with somebody, Jonathan, because my wheel falls off, it's my fault until I indemnify myself and say it's not my fault. Somebody's got to be at fault. And unfortunately, it was you, Jonathan. So, sorry guys. I'm glad you watched 10 minutes of a video. But Jonathan, do you plan on hurting anybody in your class? Does it bring you any joy to hurt people?
No.
No. And if I told you that our cat had a broken leg and was walking around hurting, what would you do?
Bring him to the vet immediately.
Yeah.
Or tell my mom to.
Yeah, would it make you cry?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think it would make me cry too. I think you have a big heart, okay? I'm really upset that it went this bad. So, if I happen to write on my child's arm, "No guns at school, please," because, oops, you forgot, right?
That is not a sarcastic oops.
Sorry.
Stop it.
No, because you really hurt. It hurts you to forget, didn't it?
Yes.
That really hurt you. It's like, oh my, you came home feeling really, really sad. You were crying because you knew how important this was, and you forgot. And you can't control what you forget, can you? So how did we help you?
By writing it on my hand.
Which did help you, right?
Yeah, and it's sort of better on my hand because I don't want to be going like.
And so
"Ooh."
if that happens to distract the class because you were asked to do something, right? I think that's going to be, I think some of this responsibility has to go to Miss Tuller now, okay? We are doing a lot of work over here. A lot of work, right? Are we doing tons of work over here? Yeah. I know, Miss Tuller, you have a hard job. You have first graders, right? First graders have things written on their hand all the time. Okay?
Not usually all the time.
Not usually all the time.
But I only know like 3 people that did that, if you're including me.
Are they getting their parents called to say they're being distracted? Or is it just you?
Just me.
Ooh, can you say that a bit nicer?
Just me.
Thank you. Because how we feel, though, that feeling is real. It's just me. That feeling is so real right now. But we're trying not to act on our feelings, right? We're trying to just be good people. Jonathan, I love you.
I love you too.